Uh, Hello everyone. Today we have to discuss about applications of nanotechnology in food industry or food technology. Okay. So we already discussed various applications of nanotechnology in the several field. Okay. So in continuation with this, okay. Today we have to discuss that there are so many opportunities for nanotechnology in food industry. Okay. So the advancement of nanotechnology is able to produce useful nanostructured food product by applying the appropriate formulations. Okay. Therefore, the main purpose of this discussion is to introduce and examine the various applications of nanotechnology in food sector and the preliminary study showed that applications of nanotechnology in food industry can be divided into agriculture sector, food sector. Okay, so so in this lecture we have to discuss various applications. Okay, in the food industry. Okay, so these are the learning objective of today's lecture. To know about the opportunity for nanobiotechnology in food industry and along with that to understand applications of nanobiotechnology in food preservation and to know about the detection of pathogens in food. Okay, and applications of nanobiotechnology in the food contaminant detection. Okay. So, as we discussed here, that we have to apply nanotechnology in the food sector. So, the word nano, we know that comes from the Greek word that means dwarf. Okay, so nanometer is about of 10 to 100 nanometer scale in size. Okay, so that nanomaterials we can apply, okay, for enhancement of the various existing or conventional methods that applied for in the food sector. Okay. So nanoparticles are mostly accepted as those with a particle size that range from 10 to 100 nanometer scale. As we know that these particles show unique feature, okay, and have novel applications and benefits. Okay. So nanomaterials on which most of the research have been carried out are normally powder composed of nanoparticles that exhibit properties that are different from powder of the same chemical composition, but with much larger particles. And research is in progress into their potential in food nanotechnology sector, including food packaging, food processing, and prevention and safety of of the food detection and food and supplement due to their unique function and applications of nanomaterial in it. Okay. So, first of all, we have to discuss that what is food nanotechnology. Okay. So, food nanotechnology is actually a nanotechnology that entered the food chain in the recent year. And the principles of nanotechnology has not only applied in the laboratory, but also moving out and applied in almost every sector of food production, food processing, and with the applications of nanotechnology principle, nanofood applications can roughly be distinguished into two form across the whole agriculture as well as food supply chain. Okay, so that is food additive and food packaging as well. And food additives and food packaging have been known as nano inside and outside respectively. Okay, that's why the uh, nanotechnology which we have to apply in the various sector. Okay, and the novel property of nanotechnology at the scale of atomic and molecular size have offered any opportunity for the food sector and agriculture sector. Okay, and technology in aspect of food generally is the science that used in the food chain to selection, preservation, processing, packaging, distribution, and the use of safe nutrition and whole food. Okay, so there are so many sectors where we have to apply the nanotechnology. Okay, like the food processing sector. Okay, so if we talk about the food processing, so food processing include the methods and techniques that used to transform raw materials into food or to transform food into other forms for consumption by humans or animals or by the food processing industry. Okay, so food processing always prefer technology that can produce cheap, attractive, marketable, and long shelf life food product by using best quality harvested crops and slaughtered and virtual component. Okay, and food processing can help in improvement of certain aspect in food system such as solubilization, delivery, color in the food system, okay, natural coloration, okay. And nanotechnology is a new technology used in the food processing to produce nano-structured materials with new properties which have never been shown previously. However, the scope of nanostructured material with new properties that have been used in the food processing is a difficult task to predict. However, the production of nanostructured material include the top-down approach. Okay, as we know that this approach has been applied to manipulate the properties of nanomaterials by machining material to nanometer size range through the process such as milling, grinding, etching, lithography for the production of nanoscale size range of the particles. Okay, and the main applications of nanotechnology in the food processing is to alter the texture of food ingredient and encapsulate the food additives and develop new taste and sensation and monitoring the release of flavor and increase the bioavailability of nutritional component in the food. Okay, so this has led to development of nano-sized food ingredient and delivery system for nutrients and other components through the production of nano capsules, okay, nanotubes, nano particles, and nano emulsion. Okay, so likewise, the nanoparticles also used in the food technology. Okay, so we know that nanoparticles are the particles whose size range in between 1 to 100 nanometer scale, and nanoparticles show significant different property. Okay, when the particle is in the size larger than that or in the bulk materials, so in food processing, nanoparticles have been added into food to improve the food properties like color and increase the stability during processing, and while to increase the food shelf life at the nano scale, the absorption of nutrient by the delivery system can be increased as the nanoparticle is more easily being absorbed by the human body. Okay. So the most applications of nanotechnology has have been employed in the delivery of drug or in pharmaceutical industry, which we have to discuss in previous lecture. So now the similar concept was applied in the food industry for the ingestion of bioactive component through food. And the particles that are mostly used as additives in food are titanium dioxide nanoparticles and silicon dioxide nanoparticles. Okay, and silicon dioxide is a food additive which is used as an anti-caking agent and drying agent in the food industry. Okay, like it has been used as an anti-caking agent in granular or powder processed food. Okay, to absorb water in hygroscopic applications. Okay, and the titanium dioxide nanoparticle is used as a food whitener and brightener. Okay, and is often used to whiten skimmed milk and is used in the confectionaries. Okay, so beside at the nano size, food additives not only can influence the food product, okay, but also affect the shelf life of food, texture, flavor, nutrient composition. Okay, but also can use to detect food pathogen and can help in maintaining the food quality. Okay, therefore, nanoparticles have not only been used to give texture to food, but also used to selectively bind and remove pathogen from the contaminated food. Okay, in this sequence, we have to see that many nutritional additives have been used to boost the vitamins present in the food packaging and to increase the production of processed meat. Okay, and another types of nanomaterials used in the food nanotechnology is nanocapsule. Okay, so, nanocapsules are the coated nanoparticles that consist of a shell and a space in which the desired substance can be placed. And nanocapsules are created from the self-assembly of the structured materials via chemical process, and nanotechnology has enabled the development of nanocapsules that can be incorporated into the food for delivery of bioactives like omega-3 fatty acid and carotenes, vitamins, okay, and the fish oil that is rich in omega-3 fatty acid may be encapsulated and delivered to the consumer through the food in order to improve the food stability and nutritional content. Okay? Therefore, nanocapsules are soluble capsules that surround active ingredient in order to increase the absorption within the body, including the individual cells, while preventing the loss of these ingredients during cooking. Okay, and nanocapsule can be used in several ways in food processing. Okay, like nanocapsule have been used to improve bioavailability of nutraceuticals in the standard ingredient such as cooking oil used to produce nano encapsulated flavor enhancer. Okay, and another types of nanomaterials used in the food nanotechnology is nano emulsion. Okay, so nano emulsion particularly is a droplets. Okay, as shown in the figure. Um, have size in the range of 100 to 600 nanometer and consist of fine oil in water or water in oil dispersion. Okay, and nanoemulsion are prepared by using dispersion or spontaneous high energy emulsification process, which is achieved by using high shear stirring, high pressure homogenizer, or ultrasound generator. Okay, so these are some of the methods by which we have to produce nano emulsion. And nanoemulsion have been used in the production of food products such as salad dressing, flavored oils, sweeteners, and other processed food. And these food products contain nano emulsion, which release different flavor through activation with heat and ultrasonic frequency, pH, or other element of triggering. Okay. Now, nanotechnology in the food preservation. This is also the exciting field, and the use of nanotechnology principles in food packaging also lead to the focus being shifted toward the preservation of packaging used for the food stuff. And food preservation has been defined as the process of treating and handling food to stop or greatly slow down the spoilage in order to prevent loss of quality, okay, edibility, and nutrition value that are caused or accelerated by microorganisms. Okay, and which aim to prevent the growth of microorganisms such as bacteria and fungi. And the main aim of the modification in the food preservation is to improve the food product by keeping the consumer requirement in mind. And their requirements have been encompassed desire for food that provide convenience in storage and use. Okay, and besides, the food product should be fresher, healthier, and must be of higher quality than the previous one. And nanotechnology play a central role by using its quick detection method to identify virus, bacteria, and other pathogens in the food material and thus preserve the food for a longer duration. Okay. So in the food production, there are so many nanomaterials used, like in nano sensor. Okay. So, nanosensor, the requirement on the food preservation has led to researchers being driven to conduct new research in order to develop better and efficient methods to preserve food for a longer time and without any sort of special containment. So the principle of nanotechnology enable the development of such devices, okay, which are able to detect the spoilage of food. And this device is known as a nanosensor. And nanosensor was earlier used in the crop, animal genetics, but now has found in its way into the food preservation. And we know that nanosensor is a device that consists of electronic data processing part and sensing part. Okay, which are able to respond to environmental change and can translate a signal such as light, humidity of storage room, or the presence of organic substance or gas into an electronic signal. Okay, so the sensitivity of nanosensor at both atomic and molecular level detect even extremely small contaminant. Okay, and by embedding a nanosensor in food packaging, it can be analyzed whether the food has a rotten or not, and its nutritional information could also be calculated. And this kind of nanosensor would serve as an electronic nose or an electronic tongue. And a electronic nose function like a human nose. It identifies the odorant by estimating its concentration and their characteristic. Okay. So similarly, is the electronic tongue, which were mimicked by observing human tongue. It is made from silicon chip that has an array of microbeads on its surface that respond to different analysis. And both of the nanosensors are able to alert the consumer whether the food is contaminated or not, either by triggering an alarm or by displaying a color change in the packaging. Okay. And the next nanoparticle is used in the food preservation is nano silver. So as we know that silver nanoparticles are being extensively researched for food preservation, and silver nanoparticles are added in the food packaging that is functioning function for food preservation as well. And active packaging and aseptic food containers based on silver ion are particularly promising because the ionic form of silver function as a powerful antimicrobial agent. And nanosized silver particles have greater effectiveness than silver particles due to their greater surface area. And the use of packaging or coating films that contain antimicrobial agent can improve the safety of food as it is able to slow down the migration of the bactericidal agent from the carrier film structure to the food surface. Thus, nanosulfur is more chemically reactive and is highly ionizable. As a result, guarantee high antimicrobial activity. And the current research suggests that incorporating silver nanoparticles in food preservation extend the shelf life of food product by preventing the growth of post-processing microorganisms and thus improving the quality of food. And there are still other nanoparticle devices being used for food preservation, and research is being carried out all across the globe to incorporate these devices in current food preservation technique. Okay, and nanoparticle also used for the food packaging. So we know that food packaging is the packaging of food product in a way so as to deliver the product to the consumer in the best possible condition. And food packaging is considered as one of the most crucial aspects of successful consumer products. And nanotechnology enables the scientists to and allow them to design to alter the structure of packaging material on a molecular scale in order to give material desired property. Okay. So the nanotechnology has proved to be as of a significant commercial success in the food packaging. And currently, the employment of nanotechnology in the food packaging has made it the largest category of food sector that uses such a technology's advancement, and such packaging methods have led to smart, active, and intelligent packaging that respond according to environmental change and provide better food products qualitatively along with the high safety standards. and most of the materials that are being used for food packaging are produced from fossil fuel and are practically uh, non-degradable. The use of the non-degradable material in foodstuff has generated a serious global environmental wastage problem. So before the advent of nanotechnology, bio-based material were used as a replacement to these degradable, non-degradable materials in order to increase the shelf life of product, enhance the quality of product. Okay. So now these bio-based packaging material comprise of edible and biodegradable films which were made from renewable sources. Okay, and these include like nanocomposite. Okay, so nanocomposite is the most common particles used for nano reinforcement in food packaging are clay and silicates. To produce polymer composite due to their availability, low cost, significant enhancement, and relatively simple processing ability. And nanoclay and nanofilms have been used as barrier materials to prevent spoilage and prevent oxygen absorption. Okay. So some of the company also offer the nanocomposite at commercial scale. Okay, and these nanocomposites were able to increase the shelf life of food product by acting as a physical barrier to slow down the diffusion of gases such as oxygen across the packaging layer. And these nanocomposites were a grade which higher than their predecessors and significantly improved the fundamental properties of food packaging materials such as strength, barrier properties, antimicrobial properties, stability to heat. Okay, so they not only improve the properties of existing material, but also offer extra benefit such as low density, transparency, good flow, better surface properties, and recyclability. A successful packaging materials encompass the ability to control gas composition and water loss in packaging. For instance, the shelf life of the vegetable was increased by 1 week when nanocomposite was used for packaging. Okay, so nanocule also used for the food preservation. So the Kile nanoparticle were the first nanocomposite to be used at a global scale, and polymer clay composite is the nanocomposite that is based on organic polymer and inorganic clay mineral that consisting of silicate layer. And the addition of clay to polymer enhance their properties at nanoscale level by reducing the gas permeability by increasing the gas barrier property. And the clay layer acts as a barrier to gases and water, which forces them to follow a winding path. And this leads to noticeable effect like increase in the strength of polymer, lower thermal expansion, and coefficient while increasing the thermal stability and higher conductivity and improve mechanical properties. Okay, and another nanocomposite used in the food preservation is edible nanocomposite. So edible nanocomposite waste material. These relate to the material such as edible films and coatings, and they have been defined a thin continuous layer of edible material, which are transformed into a film and placed between food components so as to prevent any mass transfer between them. And these type of materials are composed of two modes like applications and formation mode. So in the application mode of these edible materials, the edible films are free-standing structure which are formed first and then applied to food later, whereas edible coatings are applied and formed directly on the food, whereas in the formation mode, the edible films are formed by by casting or by traditional plastic processing technology, while the admin coating are formed by either by addition of liquid films forming solution or by molten compound on the food product and as a integrated part of the food. Okay. And another type of nanomaterials used in this is nano films. Okay. So, nanofilms are the films that have been incorporated by nanoparticles such as clay in order to enhance the physical properties of films. So, the nanoparticles, we know that the barrier effect of the films, but still maintaining transparency and thus improve the development in hot packaging process. And nanoparticles characteristic, namely it's being glossy, transparent, and completely edible, leads to huge commercial success and was applied in the food packaging in many ways. So, nanofilms have been used as a non-sticky films for the lining of bottles in case of mayonnaise and tomato sauce. And the content of these bottles are difficult to remove out, and there are leftover in the bottles due to their sticky nature. So, there is successfully applied these nanofilms in the inside of these bottles with a width of approximately 20 nanometer have been utilized. Although this concept has not been commercialized, but awareness is being spread regarding these films is how these reduce the leftover and environmental friendly in nature. And another type of nanometals used the food preparation is nano coatings. Okay. So the nanocoatings, the rapid advancement in the nanofilms that lead to the development of nanocoatings. And coatings is a partially polymerized mixture which is applied over a surface, such as in the food paper that could be made impermeable to water or the tin cans that can be rendered ineffective against corrosion. And nanoparticles coating are the coatings added with nanocrystalline powders which are able to improve strength and hardness of the materials. And currently, individual nanocoatings are being developed, which can be used in the confectionery products, dairy products, bakery products, fruits and vegetables, as they increase the shelf life of the products, while also being edible in nature. Okay. Now the detection of pathogen in food by the use of nanotechnology. So, foodborne illness contribute to the majority of infection caused by pathogenic microorganisms. And nanobiotechnology is used for the food pathogen detection by using various characteristics such as sensitivity, reusability, simplicity, and economic viability. And the various cause of food contamination include inadequate refrigeration and preparation of food in advance, and inadequate cooking, infected food handling, poor hygiene, inadequate holding temperature, inadequate reheating, and contaminated raw ingredient, and cross contamination, and poorly maintained equipment. Okay. So these are the various sources of food contamination, and many pathogen bacteria have been considered as a biological warfare agent. Since humans are susceptible to disease, and most of these pathogens have been found to be resistant to environmental conditions. And biological warfare in the 21st century, there is a concern of use of gold uh, um, nanoparticle in the food products, and their detection is necessary for safer food products to ensure safety in the domestic and international trade. And nanotechnology has its important application in the killing of food pathogen and is an alternative to antibiotics and chemical decontamination in the food supply system. Okay. So the basic principle is used in making nanoparticles as a killer for pathogens. Our researchers attached cell lytic enzyme to food safe cell canal particle and create coating with the demonstrated ability to selectively kill pathogen and not harm other nutrients. That's why the lytic enzyme attached to the starch nanoparticles are commonly used in the food packaging. So these new methods are based on the surface attachment of a specific pathogen to nanoparticle containing lytic enzyme. And researchers also found that viruses that infect bacteria called phages inject their genetic material into healthy cells, and the phage transforms the host cell into a little factory that generates more phages. Okay. And near the end of its life cycle, the original phase create and release a lytic enzyme, which break down and make holes in cell wall of the infected bacteria. And this phase move out of these holes and infect other healthy cells. Okay. So the fast inexpensive method are generally preferred for food detection, which can be achieved using nanoparticles and sometimes immunological assay, which take advantage of selective antibody antigen interaction, are considered the most convenient biological detection method. And nanomaterial based microbial sensors generally utilize the same strategy, but because they possess unique optical and electrical property in combination with spacious, easily functionalized surface, these nanomaterials offer significant improvement in selectivity and speed and sensitivity compared to the chemical or biological method based on nanoscale material. Okay. So that's why most of detection strategy in real food system require isolation of the target organism from the surrounding environment to ensure that signal to noise ratio are sufficiently large to observe. And a technique known as immunosuppression is used to meet this requirement. Okay. So this immunomagnetic separation uses magnetic particle is shown in this figure attached to selective antibodies in a combination with a magnet to selectively separate the target analyte from the food matrix prior to their detection. And nanoscale magnetic particles are especially useful in this regard due to their extremely high surface to volume ratio, which facilitate large analyte capture effectiveness. And captured analytes can then be easily purified and subjected to standard measurement technique. Okay. So in this figure, you can see that the antibodies selectively for specific bacteria strain or species are bound to the surface of magnetic nanoparticles. Only the target organism will bind to the functionalized magnetic nanoparticles. And a complex matrix that contain the target analytes as well as numerous potential interference such as other bacterial species, virus, proteins, food, or other particles. So the functionalized magnetic nanoparticles are added to the matrix where they bind selectively and with high capture efficiency to the target analyte. And the magnetic field isolates the analyte bound magnetic particle, after which the supernatant is then carefully discarded, and the remaining material is then subjected to quantification assay. So, in more sophisticated system, the magnetic nanoparticles themselves are the means of detection and quantification. Okay. Now, application of nanotechnology in the food contaminant detection. So we know that nanotechnology is an emerging field of science which deals with the study and manipulation of particles which have at least one dimensions in the scale of nanometers. And by exploiting the intrinsic and extrinsic property of nanosized particle, researchers have created a plethora of devices and techniques at nanoscale. And the most conspicuous factor that lead to in the depth study of nanoparticle in the fact that the properties of particle change drastically at nanometer scale. That's why nanotechnology is the understanding and control of matter at dimension of nanometer scale. Okay. So, nanotechnology is evolving as the technology scaffold for the future development and transformation of food and agriculture system. And nanotechnology is enticing large-scale investment from global food corporation, is backed by academic science and has captured financial and ideological support from many governments around the globe. And nanotechnologists moved from laboratory to the marketplace because of its large application. And advanced nanotechnology technique may make it possible to alter the nutritional constituents, preferred flavor, and other impart version and other aspect to the food to match market desires and demand. So similarly, nanoparticles are employed in smart food packaging to be able to detect harmful food pathogens. That's why nanotechnology is a promising field in the food industry, as described in this lecture. So this diagram illustrates the holistic view of applications of nanoscience and technology in the food industry. So as outlined in the this figure, that contribution of nanoscience research in agriculture will be in the following area: the food safety and biosecurity and detection of foodborne pathogens. If we talk about the food safety and biosecurity, so the fresh produces and food which are either degraded or exhibit smell, color, and other sensory features which can be easily apprehended by consumers. So, intake of such unhealthy food can prove detrimental to human health, and prominent detection method to indicate contamination or degradation of food particle are the need of the hours. Here the unique chemical and electro-optical properties of nanoscale particles can be used as a possible solution to this problem. Through bottom-up and top-down approaches, nanomaterials can be prepared, which are capable to detect the presence of gases, aromas, chemical contaminants, pathogen, and respond to change in the environmental condition. Okay. So this not only is useful for quality control to ensure that consumers are able to purchase products which are at their peak of freshness and flavor, but it also has the potential to improve the food safety and reduce the frequency of foodborne illness. So such technology would obviously benefit the consumer and food corporation and food regulators. Okay. So even some of the organizations already market nanotechnology products that has the consumer determine whether certain food stuff likely to be eatable or not. But most of the work on nano essay for the food related analytes is still in phase of development. And nanosensor for the detection of pathogen and contaminants could make manufacturing, processing, and shipment of food product a more secure way. And specific nano devices could enable accurate tracking and recording of environmental condition and shipment history of a particular product. So, smart system capable of providing integrated sensing, localization, report remote control of food product could increase the efficacy and security of food processing and their transportation. Okay. And this figure shows the how the nanobiosensor used in the various field of nanotechnology. So, in detection of presence of small organic molecules in food responsible for contamination. So, there are various approaches utilized, like the approach which based on color change in the nanoparticle on interacting with the small molecules like gold nanoparticles fertilized with cyanuric acid group selectively bind to melamine and adult trends used to artificially inflate the measured protein content of food, okay, and the infant food, and the infection of melamine with the gold nanoparticle cause gold nanoparticle to undergo a reproducible analyte concentration dependent color change from red to blue, okay, which can be used to precisely measure the melamine content in the raw milk and infant formula at a concentration as low as 2.5 ppb, okay, very low, with the naked eye. And a similar approach examine test sample has to be developed for the presence of melamine by adding in sequential fashion separate solution of gold ion and a chemical reductant where melamine is present in the sample that bind to the reductant and prevent gold nanoparticle formation. Thus, test sample with no melamine turn fully reducing the assay due to gold nanoparticle formation by a reaction between the gold ion and reductant, and the colorimetry detection of melamine raw milk using gold nanoparticle and brown ether modified ion with a limit of detection as low as 6 ppb has also been reported. Okay. So, so another approach that based on the electrochemical detection compared to the optical colorimetric method, and electrochemical approach may be more useful for food metrics because the problem of light scattering and absorption from the various food components can be avoided. And many electrochemical sensor has to be developed to operate by binding selective antibodies to a conductive nanomaterial like carbon nanotube has also be applied for the detection and then monitoring changes to the material conductivity when the target analyte bind to the antibodies. Okay. So high moisture and oxygen content is leading cause of spoilage of food product. We already know that, especially meat and animal products. And to detect this spoilage, photo-activated indicator in package oxygen detection based upon nanosite titanium oxide nanoparticle, silicon oxide nanoparticle, and redox active dyes is promising agent. And this detector gradually change color in response to even minute quantity of oxygen. And one example of a sensor for moisture content is based upon carbon coated copper nanoparticle dispersed in a tensile films. And in humid environment, swelling of the polymer matrix results in larger degree of internal nanoparticle separation. And these changes cause sensor strip to reflect or absorb different color of light, which can be monitored easily for quick as well as accurate determination of package moisture level without invasive sampling. Okay, so there are so many applications of nanomaterials in the food technology and food sector has to be developed nowadays. Okay, and these are the references. Now you have to attempt quiz. So first question is nanotechnology offer new opportunity in the food sector such as which of the following option is correct? And what are the side effects of nanotechnology used in the food that is damaging various organs in the human? At the end of the quiz, we have to discuss answer. And the nanoparticles are increasingly best used in the food packaging and food contact materials. And nanoparticles is often used to whiten skimmed milk and used in the confectionery are. And the nanomaterials used as a barrier materials to prevent spoilage and prevent oxygen absorption are. And nanocomposite that is based on organic polymer and inorganic clay minerals consisting of silicate layer are, and nanomaterials have been incorporated by nanoparticles such as clay in order to enhance the physical property of films. Which of the following option is correct? And coatings are the coatings added with nanocrystalline powder, which are able to improve strength and hardness of the materials. Okay, which of the following option is correct? And for the detection and extraction of polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon in drinking water, which of the following nanoparticle can be used? And nano materials used in protein detection, which of the following option is correct? Okay. So in all questions, the correct option shown by italic. Okay. So in each question, now you have to cross check your answer. Okay. So the nanotechnology of offer new opportunity in the food sector, such as nutritional additives, food coloring, and flavoring. Okay. And what are the side effects of nanotechnology used in the food that is damaging various organs in human? Answer is brain, skin, lungs, and other vital organs. And the nanoparticle increasingly being used in food packaging and food contact material is nanosilver, zinc, and titanium oxide nanoparticle. And nanoparticle is often used to whiten skim milk and used in the confectionery are titanium dioxide. And nanomaterial used as a barrier material to prevent spoilage and prevent oxygen absorption are nanoclay as well as nanofilms. And nanocomposite that is based on organic polymer and inorganic clay minerals consisting of septal layer are polymer clay nanocomposite. And nanomaterials have been incorporated by nanoparticles such as clay in order to enhance the physical property of the films is nanofilms. And coatings are the coatings added with nanocrystalline powders which are able to improve strength as well as hardness of the materials. Okay, are called nanocoatings. For the detection and extraction of polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon in drinking water, the gold nanoparticle can be used. And nanomaterials used in protein detection is aptamer, conjugated proteins, antibodies, conjugated gold nanoparticles. Okay, so these are the answer of the fields. Okay, so thank you everyone.